Alright guys, so I'm going to help you guys with page 567, 568, working out some of the odd questions for you guys. What we're doing here is solving each equation, checking your solution, right? That's what it says. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to solve these equations? So over here, let's look at the example. It says 4 equals r divided by 8. Because remember, a fraction means that the top number is being divided by the bottom. So over here, what they did is they have 4 equals r over 8, and then they multiplied by 8, right? That's what this little parentheses in the 8 means. Let me zoom in for you guys. I don't think my little drawing helped there. But they're multiplying by 8, that's what parentheses means. And so when they do that, you realize that 8 cancels out, so all you're left with is r. See how r is down here? And then if I do it to this side of the equal sign, I have to do it to this side. So 4 times 8 equals 32, and that's how they got their answer. So we're going to do that over here for number 13. So we have, I think that's a Q, yeah. So we have 12 equals Q divided by 7. So we're just talking opposites here. What's the opposite of dividing by 7? Well, the opposite of division is always multiplying, right? So I'm going to multiply, that's my multiply sign, by 7. So I'm just going to type 7. If you want, you can do what they did and put in parentheses. It means the same thing. This also means multiplying by 7. And so when I do that, I chose 7 because it's the opposite and we know it's going to cancel each other out. And all I'm going to be left with is Q. Again, bring your equal sign down. And then if I divided by 7 here, multiply by 7 here, I need to multiply this by 7. So now I have 7 times 12, right? 12 times 7, so let's figure out what that is. 7 times 2 is 14, 7 times 1 is 7, plus the extra one is 8. So now we know that Q equals 84. There's my answer. That's how we work these bad boys out. I'm going to help you guys get started on number 19. So hopefully at this point you're already on a... if you guys kept working through, you're getting the gist of it, right? We're going to multiply by whatever is on the bottom here. So if I have d over 12 equals 0.25 or 25 hundredths, I'm going to multiply here by 12. And if I multiply this side by 12, whatever I do on this side of the equal sign, I have to do to this side. So I'm going to multiply this by 12. And of course we know these cancel out, so all I'm left with is d equals. Now how am I going to do this? I have a decimal times a number. I'm super scared. Don't be, guys. Don't be scared. And I'll tell you why. Because if you remember multiplying decimals, all I have to do is get rid of my decimal. Pretend it's not there. So I have 25. I'm going to completely imagine the decimals get out of there. So doesn't this look familiar? 25 times 12? So let's figure that out. I'm going to multiply 2 times 5, which is 10. Now 2 times 2 is 4 plus that 1 means 5. So I'm done with this number, which means I need to put my placeholder here. And now I have 1 times, and I'm done with this too, sorry. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2. And then I just add all these bad boys together, right? I'm done with this guy. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 5 is 10, carry my 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Now, that decimal that we pretended wasn't here, we're going to bring him back. This is the part where we actually can't imagine it being gone anymore because now we have to pretend he's back. So we have to think, how many numbers are to the right of my decimal? Well, I just have 1, 2, right? That's how many it took for me to get rid of my decimal. So now let's go over here and move it over 2 times. 1, 2. Which means my answer is 3, right? Because 3.00 is the same as just 3. If this was dollars, it would be $3.00. So it's just 3. And there you go. That's my answer for number 19. Let's look at number 21. It says 1/3 of a bird's eggs hatched. If 2 eggs hatched, how many eggs did the bird lay? So how many eggs did you lay? Because we know 1/3 of them hatched. So 1/3. Let me see here. 1/3 of a bird's eggs hatched. If 2 eggs hatched, How many eggs did the bird lay? So 1/3 times all of the eggs that hatch, right? Let's call it H equals 2. So then how do we figure out what H is? Hopefully you guys can figure this out. I can set you guys up. It's up to you guys to finish it. And let's move on. Alright, so we're moving along. Number 25. Alfred does chores to earn money in the summer. The table shows the amount he earns per chore. Alfred weeded the garden 6 times over the summer. So write and solve a division equation to find how much he earned weeding the garden. So if you look at some of these words here, it's talking about, let me get my yellow. Alfred does chores to earn money in the summer, okay? The table shows the amount he earns per chore. So we have the table over here. Alfred weeded, so we know that he weeded the garden 6 times over the summer. Write and solve a division equation to find how much he earned weeding the garden. So let's look at the weeding the garden. He gets paid $8 every time he does it, right? Alright, so since it's asking us for a division problem, we're gonna say we're trying to figure out how many times. So if he did 6 times over the summer and he's getting $8 each time, we know it's going to be 6 times 8, right? To get our answer. Because if you do something 6 times, you're going to get paid $8 for it. All you're going to do is multiply those numbers together. But it's asking us to do a division problem. So what we're going to do is, right, as a division problem, we're going to say, well, the total he earned, I'm going to put T for total, is the total divided by 6, right? Because he's dividing 6 times. And that's going to equal $8, right? Actually, I might have wrote that backwards. Either way would actually work. Because then if you, let's see here, the total divided by 6 times. Yeah, so total divided by 6 times is going to get your answer there. Solve this, it works. If you would have done the other way, it would have also worked too. Alright, that was number 25. Alright, number 27 is everybody's favorite, where it says, we're using less than, greater than, or equal to make this true sentence. The sentence true. So number 27 says 6.5 and 5.2. So which one is bigger? Remember these guys, oh, not writing. These guys are like little teeth, they want to eat the bigger number, right? So which one would it eat? This is like $6.50. This is like $5.20. So this should be pretty easy. We're going to eat the $6.05, right? Or probably 50 cents. Go ahead and do the rest of these on your own. I think that's my help for you guys today. Yeah, you're on your own. If you have any questions, please ask your teachers, myself included. Have a great day.